Hello, world. Welcome to another great day of PSU Splatoon. I'm Wallace, and I'm joined by Rust here. Would you like to introduce yourself, Rust?
Hi there. Yeah, I'm Rust, outside member of the community, here to commentate with Wallace.
I'm assuming you said something, but as I can't hear you. So,
Oh no.
let's go. Anyways, today we have PSU White versus Firefin Flyers. Anyways, PSU White, they're a lock for playoffs. And if they lose this, they're still in for playoffs. The Firefin Flyers, they need to win this big playoffs. If they lose here, they're cooked. Then again, even if Firefin Flyers, I guess, wins here, they still need to get lucky because they'll be 3-2. They need to hate watch their opponents and pray to God that they lose.
Yeah, that's right. PSU White has had a very dominant showing this CCA season. They've been very, very consistent. I think they've only dropped about 2 games out of all their sets.
Anyways, the first map should be Zone's Hagglefish, which should be starting right now. The question is what will we see from both teams? Look for PSU White's Ivy in, and Ivy is a very strong E-Later main. You know, this is a very good E-Later map. CSU's probably playing on that long range here to try and get an advantage.
Did you see Firefin Flyers?
And it would appear that Firefin Flyers is using the heavy Splatling. You know, very balanced weapon, got a crazy buff, has insane paint now. So it appears PSU White with double shooters, Dread, for the slider cheese, and E-Later. It would appear that Firefin Flyers is taking the zone, is pushing forward here. Huge numbers up for Firefin Flyers. And Heavy here just getting jumps in the mid. PSU's trying to retake the zone here, and they just retake zone. This is a sort of PSU's push, where both teams go number down. But PSU has the zone, and just a bit longer here until PSU manage to take a lead. Nobody here is trying to push up with these strikes, takes the space. And Firefin Flyers, they do expect specials push in, but they're probably just waiting for an opening. Nobody here finds a nice pick on those dankles. But Firefin Flyers must manage to neutralize zone, but this Dread here is trying to keep the paint in the zone here in order to keep the zone. It's taking down really fast here for PSU White. Right now, it's a neutral game. PSU White has the zone, and it's ticking down. Firefin Flyers needs to move them quick. They probably have a chance for one more push here. They neutralize for a bit, but it's just not enough. These strikes are Firefin Flyers need to cap the zone. But that slaughter from PSU managed to find one. No one finds 2. And now it's just the Heavy. No one's ore farming for PSU. The Heavy's pushed pretty far back here. Firefin Flyers is going right now, where we're going to lose this game here. And that's game 1. PSU White wins in a decisive manner.
Very dominant showing from PSU White. They were able to just kind of hold zone the entire time, and I don't think Firefin Flyers really had an opportunity to push back. Just really strong defense.
That's what we saw here was a pretty dominant game from PSU White. Like, Firefin Flyers kind of struggled to push back in after losing zone initially. They had a very nice early lead. After getting pushed back, they struggled to retake zone. They were able to neutralize it a few times, but other than that, it was a clean sweep for PSU White.
Yeah, I do agree, Wallace. That was a very clean sweep. I mean, it was, that Dreadringer and the Octo Shot really made sure to shut down any kind of pushes that Firefin tried to make. And Ivy kind of holding down that tower really made it so they couldn't flank on either side of Hagglefish. You know, it's a very dangerous thing to do.
Anyways, we're going to be waiting for the next map here, which I think should be Clan Blitz on Museum. Again, another very... Again, I don't know. I don't know where Wall's solo commentary is Russ is muted, I think. Columbus Museum, another very long-range favorite map. I guess I don't know. Here's some pings right now, but anyways, this is a very long favorite map. I very much like PSUY here because Firefin Flyers has the heavy. A heavy is awful in the E-Leader, and PSUY here has their very strong E-Leader of Ivy. And Ivy's just going to control the pace of this here game on Clan Bliss Museum.
Yeah, E-Leader is a very...
The question is, will there be any subs or any comp changes for our team? Again, it's a very long-range favorite map. And last round, you know, it was E-Leader and 3 short-range weapons for PSU White. And then heavy and 3 short-range weapons for...
Yep, I do think that Firefin Flyers is going to see some sort of comp change, especially to try and compete with Ivy on the E-Leader, especially on a map like this. Museum, like Wallace said, is known for its long-range pokes, and so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some sort of pencil or maybe even a Hydra coming out from the side of Firefin Flyers just to help kind of contest with E-Leader. Anyways, we are heading into game 2. We're going to see if there is any...
The stream is having technical difficulties on the stream end.
Looks like it's the same comp from both sides. We see Nova dropping down or Char dropping down.
Anyways, okay, pushing it in the mid here to start.
Good pick, early pick from PSU White, getting that Julie's out early and the Genetech.
Let's remind again. That's a huge number for PSU White. PSU White has control of the clan economy as well, and PSU White also has tons of specials here to try and push up with. And again, so this is a very low scoring map, so you never really know what quite's going to happen.
We see the custom E-Leader coming out from Ivy this time.
So it's a continued neutral fight. Ivy here it's one pick.
Ooh.
And just controlling its entire right hand side of the map. And Sand here trying to push up to get some more picks. Can't quite find one on heavy, but does manage to take 8 platforms. PSU White's push up with these easier strikes, maybe try and score, but they don't have enough clans to get a ball off. And Sand sliders out before getting counter slidered by Firefin Flyers. Right now, 2 down for PSU White. Firefin Flyers, he's taking advantage of this owner's advantage to try and push forward.
Did you see some
Firefin Flyers is trying to hold mid here. They do get a nice pick on Ivy here. They try to push up before themselves going down 1. So it's 1-1 here. Both teams are on 3 members alive. This heavy here just keep painting the zone for Firefin Flyers. But still, neither team's really doing much. Slaughter comes out here for Sand, but he gets picked off immediately.
Really good.
Actually, that was pro Charlie slider. Sand pops his own slider and gets picked off by the wave breaker. Those teams are just trading here in mid. Now they're starting to score yet. We're already 2 minutes into the game.
Did you see PSU White with the ball on the Genetech?
I'm here playing Kraken E-Leader. Probably trying to do some Kraken cheese. Don't really see Kraken E-Leader that much. The heavy is a nice pick there. If Firefin Flyers is heavy's down in a sniper duel with that E-Leader, but before backing up, probably knows doing a good deal into a sniper duel with E-Leader. But given that E-Leader's controlling a lot of space, you need to go in and push that E-Leader, or else control this entire map. Firefin Flyers is just a dabble here for PSU. Firefin Flyers has a chance to move up, but given, I don't think they've got a lot of clams here. We're pretty heavy throwing clams up, trying to go a ball, but again, no ball for Firefin Flyers. They do eventually go a ball, but it's too late. I think it's a bit too late here, and PSU's going to rally back. And I'm just slaughter for Firefin Flyers. It's instantly picked off at PSU. The delay on this push is probably doomed Firefin Flyers' chance of scoring here. Don't need to wait for another opportunity to score. Meanwhile, both teams are fighting neutral again, getting specials, inking turf.
Good pick by Ivy right there. Clam ready, throwing a ball. PSU White making an entry. They do score.
And PSU does manage to score.
They put 2 balls in, 60 to 100. It's a really good push.
you can take it down all the way to 60. It's a pretty nice first push over PSU before they do fall back eventually. Again, there's like a minute and a half left. Iron Bar, he's pushing quick. They want to try and score here. He's used a lot of minutes ball up right now.
Have a really good control in the clan economy too.
Ooh. A great pick here for Firefin Flyers. They're really going to push up here and take space. They're under the basket, but again, no balls, so they can't really score. That E-Leader from Ivy is controlling a lot of space in this game.
They do still have a pity though, so they do have chance of overtime.
Firefin Flyers is going to become the Dapples here, but again, that E-Leader is still controlling the entirety mid. It's holding a very strong defensive position. Both teams are on 3 members. But Stan here, James picked up. Jumps at just in time. Also picked up by that shot there.
PSU White having really strong defense, trying to keep out. Yep.
It's one. Trying to find 2. The blaster bear is very weak. Sam might go find out one, but he's picked up by the blaster of a direct. Both teams are trading back and forth in mid right now. Again, Firefin does have the ball, but he's picked up immediately by Pro Chara here. And Pro Chara pops slider. Doesn't quite hit the heavy. Crazy heavy out. Right now, it's 2-2. Heavy has a ball. Let's back up is the pressure from the blaster.
They really have one opportunity to make a good push if they can't make it happen.
Pump's cracking. Oh, will you find someone? Backs up. We're in overtime now. I don't know if it's going to go in points, so we'll go down 2.
They only have like 5 seconds to make this push. If they can't make it.
And Sand gets 1. It's just a shot, and PSU wins game 2.
Strong showing from PSU. Again, just going straight into game 2. They had one really good push, but sometimes only one push is all you need. Firefin Flyers, they weren't really able to take mid at all. They just kind of got stuck behind that E-Leader. Very, very oppressive E-Leader. And just couldn't get in at all. Great Kraken choice by Ivy, I have to say. They were able to take mid multiple times just with using the Kraken alone and keeping that charge up. They didn't really need to do much but stay on their platform and let everyone else push up for them. PSU White right now just taking a
Hello everybody,
really
I'm here to join you, Rust.
Oh, hi, hello there.
Apologies everybody, we have some issues with Wallace. We're trying to work with them out in the background. You guys can hear them, I can hear Wallace, but apparently Wallace cannot hear anything else. So we're working on it. We're trying to get that to work on. So temporarily, I'm here to join Rust, and hopefully we won't have Rust trying to talk and being talked over because Wallace can't hear Rust. So we're working on it. So temporarily, yeah. I'm here. You get me.
Good to have you, Kraken. I'm glad I get to commentate with someone.
You actually get to commentate with someone instead of trying to figure out. You were finding some nice slots in there. I will give you some. You had some nice slides in there. I will give you that. With Wallace just trying to solo cast. You know, I think they're trying to do the right thing in some ways too. To where they just, hey, I'm the only one I can hear. I can do that. And just trying to find conversation points, So I give Wallace credit. But clearly, they didn't hear me try to be like, "Hey, try this." So clearly, they're fried on their side.
Absolutely.
So,
but
they're working on it.
She was doing a really good job of recapping the game, at least, and kind of, letting everyone know what was going on.
Yeah. Wallace wasn't bad, just trying to solo cast this. But now, it's much more fun in a pair. So temporarily, you guys are gonna see a black screen for Wallace. But when Wallace is back, I will mute, and you will see their face again.
How fun. Yeah.
So Russ, what do you think was kind of the big thing that you saw from both teams here through the first couple games?
Very impressive on both sides, I have to say. Firefin Flyers, they're showing why they're able to
Oh, maybe not. Maybe Rust also just got poofed. Guess it's just me! It's just me, everybody! It's only me! I don't know.
It's not just you. I'm so sorry about that.
What were you saying on that thought there? What you were seeing from both teams?
Yeah, from both teams. Firefin Flyers, they have a really good comp, but they seem really comfortable in it. It's just unfortunately being kind of hard countered just by the E-Leader pick on these maps so far.
E-Leader's a good choice there. We'll probably see a lot of that from Ivy, right? We've seen Ivy now for a few weeks. So it's not too surprising to see that. But though we are going to Mako Mart Tower Control, and Mako Mart is a little bit less of a leader map, right? E-Leader can do a lot on it, but there's a lot more vulnerable, a lot more flank options, and you can just hop off when the tower's past checkpoint 1. What do you think that'll play into this game here with 20 seconds till our next?
I think you're right about that. I mean, like you said, Mako Mart doesn't lend itself to an easily E-Leader map. I think this S-Blast is going to be able to pick up a lot more, considering you have like 2 stacks you can work off of, and then, like you said, the enemy stack that you can kind of just hide under. I think unless Ivy switches, they might decide to switch to, maybe a Wellstring or some other pick. I think otherwise we might see Firefin Flyers putting up a little bit more of a fight, of a battle.
Yeah, I think the big thing is that the Flyers, they have an opportunity to get to that E-Leader, and we see the swap out. I think that is a Rapid Pro that we're going to see. Oh no, Ivy stayed it. We also see a Rapid Pro with the leader, which I'm a little surprised about. Usually you don't see both of those paired together. But a little bit of an interesting comp here. So the range is going to be a big factor in this one, Rust.
Well, I will say Firefin Flyers also switched out from Heavy to a Hydra. That is the Bubble Hydra, and they also have Dapple Whales. So I think they're trying to contest with their specials a little bit more this E-Leader that Ivy has right now.
Yeah, the leader... yes, the bubble is so good on tower control. We're probably going to see it here in a moment in and around this checkpoint, right? You just pop it there, but maybe they won't even need it. They have strikes. They have the checkpoint for free here, Rust. Wow. Really quick check.
Really fast check. We see Sand coming in with the slider trying to take out. Misses a pick, but does get them kind of momentarily pushed off the tower. We see kind of like this fight in mid. Very purple right now.
And we see another set of trades for the side of the Flyers. They're going to continue to keep that tower forward. They're not really pushing yet, but they're getting their teams jump in. They got the cooler out, and their team's just going to look for a few more picks and try to push again.
I am surprised that the PSU White is not playing any kind of cooler right now. It seems like a trade disadvantage.
But Nova's going to take
2 picks.
Yes, that is critical here. But Bubble going through this corner, you would love to see somebody hop above, and that Wave Breaker is actually what's going to get the kill through the bubble. And Ivy takes another one, and that will finally stop the push as we see Sands and Nova pushing forward. Slider coming out from Sands and trying to get another, but they're not going to get anything.
This Dreadringer is oppressive right now. They've kind of single-handedly repainted map along with the Splash. We do see Ivy getting some serious picks right now. It's honestly quite something. We said this wasn't a E-Leader map, but Ivy kind of making it look like it is. They got lead right here.
Well, I didn't say it was not an E-Leader map, but it's definitely a little bit weaker than some of what we've seen thus far. E-Leader can do a lot, but it also has to be worried of the flanks. You can see right now how Ivy is retreating from mid as soon as they got a little bit of pressure from the stack. But they had that great position up there above the first checkpoint, and they've been taking a couple nice shots there, as you kind of mentioned.
Yep, we do see this bucket kind of fighting out for this left stack right here, but Dapple's being picked off is actually kind of huge. They had a whale ready, and that would have been double pick.
Can they get the triple though? And they will, Rust!
Popping Aura, oh my god.
That's a huge triple, finally flips the field. PSU in the lead right now, 2 minutes remaining. It's not a big lead though, neither team has even gotten to the second checkpoint, let alone tried to break it, and that's the really hard part on this map. But both teams have had great defenses thus far. I mean, offensive, you can't be mad about the defenses here from either side.
Absolutely not, no, both sides have showed exemplary defense right now. Oh, unfortunate. Ivy trying to get out, but getting a wipeout on the PSU White. That could be huge for this push.
Big thing to highlight. They have another bubble. They have to use it early though. This is great play by the by PSU they were finding some damage on that Hydra, spooked the Hydra into popping that bubble a little bit early. And getting that bubble a little bit early forced them not to be able to just quickly just walk into the free lead. They have to work for it, and I don't know if they're going to get it here, Russ.
They might be able to with these strikes. You know, they're down just one. Yeah, they're only down one person right now. They might be able to push lead if they're strong enough right now. We do see a bubble.
Yeah, that bubble. They finally got it as they got towards the lead, and the lead is going to fall. PSU with 50 seconds remaining to try to retake this, but the Flyers are going to back up a little bit and try to maintain mid, which is what you want to do. The stacks are the key position on this map.
No, absolutely, yeah. If PSU, if Firefin Flyers can just hold mid right now, kind of keep PSU out of it, they won't be able to make a counter push and push in like they want to.
I like the pressure from the Flyers. The big thing is they're trying to run away and stay alive as they can. Those Sands is going to take out 2, and that is going to allow the field to flip. Oh, that was another great slider. That's the second or third great slider we have seen in this game alone from Sands. They had some other good ones earlier, and then we have Ivy in a great position now. Could we get the lead here? Switching Russ, and that will help.
That's really good. Oh my god, they have done it. That is a great lead from PSU White right here.
And that slider secured it, by the way. Slider hitting
Absolutely.
On the tower killed anybody that would have been able to potentially jump on, unless you were exactly opposite of that. And there was still another member of PSU on the tower that would have probably shot you. So, I mean, that is great job by PSU White coming from different directions and and making sure that they were going to have that tower and take that lead.
No, absolutely. As you said, they didn't need necessarily to get to the second checkpoint or even break it, but those slider plays are really strong by Sand right there. I mean, just kind of being able to push away everyone and make sure that they can't really approach tower at all. The rest of the team kind of just picks off and pincers them. It's really strong.
I've been unbanished. I've been freed.
Welcome
I got
back,
banished
Wallace.
again. Oh no. Soon. I can hear you, Craig. I can hear Craig from there.
Can you hear me?
We're working on this with Rust, and Wallace to be able to hear each other. So you still hear my voice stream for a little bit longer. We're working on it.
I think during a scrim session not too long ago, I was playing with Wallace and Nova.
Oh.
I think I might have just been talking a bit too much.
Lord PC is correct. Lord PC is working. Let's go. Lord PC.
All right, I can see the mic to Wallace and Rust. You guys have fun.
Thank you, Kraken, for stepping in.
Yeah,
What do you think about what's been happening so far, Wallace? It's been really dominant showing from PSU White right now.
I don't know. Again, these are all very long-range shooter maps. PSU White has a very strong E-leader on their team with Ivy. So obviously, just going to town.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to keep seeing that in this next match of Scorch Gourd Rainmaker. It's honestly really good leader map, I feel like. Just kind of having all the space to play around.
Yo, Gavin, I don't know. I'll be a contrarian and say that, I don't know. I thought this isn't the best E-leader map in the game. It's not as a good leader map, but compared to the other two, this is probably the worst E-leader map we've seen so far. This might be a chance that Firefin Flyers needs, but they need to win here.
That is true. If they get locked out right here, this would just be GG's, and PSU White gets to go on, and Firefin Flyers would lose their playoff opportunity. They've been really strong so far, and they've had a couple of really good plays, and so, if they might be able to do it. They've been really great. We saw last game that they almost managed to eke out a win, but PSU White's just been really strong so far, so they might continue their just 2-game loss and take out the Firefin Flyers on a clean 4-0.
Well, so far, it seems like, that's what we're going to say here. PSU White's been so dominant here. I don't know. We don't know what they'll do with their team comps, but if PSU White subs out their E-leader, they're throwing.
That is true. I do think that a PSU White did sub out. I think they had a splash, and they're subbing out for, I think, dualies so far. So we'll see what happens in this next comp. I wonder if we're going to see a comp change from Firefin Flyers again. They did swap out their heavy for Hydra previously, and so now we'll see if they decide to do something else.
I don't know. A lot of people just don't realize, like, you know, they had either mainly get like 6 kills a game, but given those 6 kills matter because you know
That is true.
the entire Firefin Fighters are just too scared to push up into the E leader. They need someone in the E leader. Just throw bombs at him like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes the mental battle of trying to go up against an E leader is stronger than the E leader itself.
Look, they're playing, the PSU's playing the Kraken E leader of the beacons. Must want to have beacons. And heavy edit in bow from Firefin Flyers. You're interesting to see a double backline comp. And I think it's picked off pretty quick. Again, it's still a very numbers equal game. Ah, Rust has been lost. Rust has lost from the VC. So I'm so sorry, Rust. I was not talking to you for all 30 seconds. Anyways.
You're okay.
Oh, he's back. Let's go.
I think my microphone had a little bit of an aneurysm.
Bro, Rust's microphone is cooked.
We do see double slider comp from PSU White. That is actually pretty strong for the Rainmaker push.
Yes, I know. After recent buff, Slider just so much more consistent between kills.
Absolutely.
Sliders are legit.
Did you see this double pick from Chara right here after a reslider? Oh, this is really good.
White in favor of PSU White here. Never get checkpoint here.
That is a solid checkpoint from PSU White. They are pushing up really hard right now.
Again, after recent buff, I'd say that in like rural Splatoon like this, Slider's a top 3 special now.
No, absolutely. I mean, questionable push by Scoob right there, but this is a really strong map. After the first checkpoint, you were able to kind of just snowball a lot of points.
I believe it's the delay wipe for PSU White now. Firefin Flyers he's move up here, but disadvantage. Again,
You have 2 specials in a reslider and a hammer. Hammer does seem to be going ahead.
oh man, what's your Firefin Flyers running colder? But everyone knows I'm the more colder hater. Wait, they're running Thermal Ink as well?
Oh my
This
goodness.
isn't the worst Thermal Ink map, but like, you don't want to have them running Thermal Ink.
You know, they do have their method. We'll see if it ends up working out. PSU White did stop the push onto the checkpoint, which is really strong.
Again, they do have that reach slider here. And it's not for PSU White. They probably try to get a push when they want to. Ooh, in the bucket here.
Good pushes by the Dwed Winga by Sand right here. Oh, getting a pick on the reslider, really strong. That's his second pick.
Okay, the North slider gets 3.
Second slider has hit Firefin Flyers. It's now just the Doolies trying to hold off. They do manage to take out the Rainmaker though. Oh, good Doolies trade. That is cinema.
But still, Iron Fighters, they can't get trade here. Yeah, they have 2 minutes. They have 2 minutes up the score. They gotta get push going quick. There's not a lot of time left in this game.
They probably only have 2 or maybe even 3 good pushes left in them in the time left of the match.
I mean, they do have 3 specials. The question is how will they use them?
All 4 specials actually by Firefin right now, and PSU White just kind of good slider cancel.
PSU but one slider gets a kill. And now, Firefin Fighters' advantages seems to have gone away.
We do see Scoob holding onto these strikes right here, probably going to use them as an entry tool before they pick up the Rainmaker.
It's a tough mutual fight here. Neither team really wants pushing, it would seem.
It is just a slaughter fest in this mid right now. Everyone kind of just going at it. We do see strikes on the side of PSU Flyers, or no, Firefin Flyers.
Firefin Flyers. They grab the Rainmaker, but there's a Kraken in the way.
Good Kraken. Good stop by Ivy right there.
PSU White is playing very defensive right now. They don't need to push if they don't want to. Again, 6 is not a very safe lead, in my opinion.
Nope, I think, yeah, if Firefin Flyers can't get Rainmaker right now, they don't have a push left in them. PSU White can kind of just hold it and then maybe keep it the entire time.
then we're seeing like this E-leader here and I like holding down the map. Make it a hell of a for Firefin to push up. They do have specials. A PSU platform that strikes.
Oh, almost
That-
a hammer's double right there.
That sample would pop like a half second early. That could have been an insane double.
Oh, good stop by PSU White there, right there. It's unfortunate on the side of the Flyers, but they do have a hammer. They are popping Rainmaker.
Now, what if I push up with a stamp here, but there's no one to grab the Rainmaker. And that driver just to get in a very annoying spot before getting picked off. If Firefin
They
doesn't
are
checkpoint,
able to finally push to the first checkpoint.
they may be able to get lead here. It's 60's not very far. Oh, but the ear saves the game. Saves the game. And then the crack comes out. Grabs a jump.
Takes a pick.
Grabs and
Not
runs.
any
runs
kind of
back to the
push.
base.
They're holding on to it. Oh my god. That was...
Firefin came close that game. It's probably the closest one we've seen so far. But still, very much a dominant PSU White win.
That is a clean 4-0 sweep by PSU White. That was an absolutely amazing final play by PSU White. They're very defensive, very strong. I thought for sure that Firefin Flyers were going to be able to push up at least just a little bit and maybe even take lead. But Ivy stopping that Dooley's from taking it, and then as well as popping that Kraken at like the perfect opportunity to just kind of stop any kind of jumps coming in.
Question is, will we see playoff 7?
We may see a playoff 7 right here.
This was very fast. They made us do playoff 7. You know, get that experience in.
Yep, Firefin Flyers, really strong team, and I think just unfortunately PSU White kind of just naturally countered them with just the E-leader alone, to be honest. The Dreadringer also did come out with a really strong showing, kind of competing with that Slosher for dominant midline. And of course, Scoob coming out with the both Rapid Pro Deco and the Tentatech just to kind of help paint.
I guess it's maybe a map where just Firefin Flyers just lost on the weapon select screen. You know, that E-leader is super oppressive. These are all like very good E-leader maps.
No, absolutely. I think if they wanted something somewhat of a better chance of winning, they might have considered switching to a Charger of their own if they had one. If not, at that point, it's kind of just wraps. You have to really play around that E-leader, play on their terms, and if you can't really break through that with a hyper-aggressive stamp or maybe even better specials.
I received confirmation they're doing playoff 7.
They are doing playoff 7. That is
my general advice to where every team has a cracked E-leader on their team is you just kind of need to just run an extra set of strikes or whales and just throw things at the E-leader and pray to God you get a pick.
No, absolutely. That is 100%. I 100% agree with that. Whales are really good. Strikes are really good. Even a hammer would be pretty decent at.
Because we're sure Firefin Flyers there run heavy edits. Like, heavy edit's a good weapon. Don't get me wrong, but in the E-leader, just please, my guy, play Neo Splash and just throw strikes. You know.
Yep, absolutely.
Or even like Mini and just throw hammers the whole game. Or Zukas. E-leader loves Zuka.
Yep.
And what appears we're going on the zone shit shape.
Going on to zone shift shape, what do you expect to see from the side of PSU White?
I think you know what we're going to see. E-leader. I received word that Avi's been subbed out, which means no E-leader for PSU White.
That is an interesting choice. I mean, I would say this is one of the better E-leader maps, especially with this these bridges right here.
Maybe they want to call the dogs, They've won, take their victory lap. But the other players experience.
No, absolutely. I do think it would be a great opportunity for Firefin Flyers to learn a little bit more about how to fight into a comp, but maybe PSU White wants to hold the cards closer to their chest a little bit, not give them too much of an opportunity to learn.
My guess is just that PSU wanted to do equal play time. Avi's probably played like 4 games in a row now.
Yeah, true.
Let someone else get an experience.
Yeah, very true, very true. What do you expect to see on the sides of the Firefin Flyers? Do you think they'll probably go with whatever comp's been working for them, or do you think they'll see any kind of changes? Or
honestly, they'll probably just run the same thing they've been running as entire sets, but it'll probably work better because there's no E-leader to bully them.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
We might see Firefin Flyers pull off the upset here, but given it doesn't really matter because sets already 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, PSU White can kind of, I kind of expect to see kind of like a goofier comp from both sides. I do think it would be funny just to kind of have some fun.
Yeah, the question is, what will we see? I'm very curious here.
Yeah, looks like business as usual for both sides, in fact.
You should know here, Vibrant Flyers is running double backlines.
That is true, and we do see that PSU White is running a backless comp, I would say, Sand being their longest range weapon with their Dwidwing up.
The thing is that I think PSU White has the initiative, but Vibrant Flyers Eric's got a really good push going. I can manage to take PSU White's stack here. PSU White's gonna be in a lot of trouble.
That is very true. We do see this early slider out by PSU Sandwich. Coming up,
It's two.
flanking and getting, oh
wipe.
my gosh. Early wipeout in the first 30 seconds of the game is really strong from PSU White.
They're striking forward and hold this a very strong walkout position here. Like,
We do
what are
see
you
a
gonna do? What
splash
are you gonna
down.
do now? If you're Vibrant Flyers, like, you basically just need to take your spectacles pushing together. But those strikes are nowhere near the zone.
It's very strong showing from PSU right now, kind of just keeping them all folded way back in their spawn on Firefin Flyers' part.
It's like the most dominant win we've seen all night. Is there's no reason to touch the zone here. Knight's gonna walk out and, like, after the first push.
You see a slide cancel, but there's a second slide coming in that does get a pick. It's really solid. It is a trade. Firefin Flyers, though, having their own slider, they are pushing. They can't flip zone quite, but they're close.
And they do manage a cap. That PSU White's already down to 7 seconds. So very, very big first push for PSU White.
Yep, but we do see 3 on the side of Firefin Flyer going down, giving time for PSU White to just kind of jump back in, reclaim zone. And now it's back to holding out mid and just kind of locking them out, locking Firefin Flyers out.
Again, there isn't a lot of time left for other Flyers. There's a time for like 2 attempts, if that.
They might only have 1 at this point.
Yeah, it's me. Oh, that slider doesn't find any picks though. That was weak in Nova. They find 1 pick.
Firefin Flyers
down.
still not managing to flip zone. We do see, ooh.
Other Flyers is going like right now. They have like they have 1 shot, and they gotta go for the Hail Mary. That Dapples that are trying really hard. But again, I don't think it's gonna be enough here.
We do see the rest of the team able to kind of push in out of spawn. That Dapple's serving as enough of a distraction to kind of push PSU back.
I mean, in my words, the Dapples, as you said, they have great distraction. Threw PSU White off the zone, allowed 5 and 5 to push in and retake zone. But for a split second there.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more penalty that PSU White has to chew through, but I don't know. Firefin Flyers kind of finally kicking back to life, pushing in, and now counter blocking out PSU White.
It's right here. Vibrant Flyers need to get their well string and heavy up on PSU White stack and just walk out. I think they're moving a bit too slow. I'm pretty sure the heavy's still on better stack. I'm pretty sure what we saw here is that Firefin Flyers was too hesitant to move up with their heavy and well string.
Yeah, absolutely. This hammer is coming out, not finding a pick, but kind of just keeping back the stack. PSU White finally.
That's another Hail Mary, or PSU White is just going to win here.
PSU White, that is
It hit zone.
a good reef slider.
So it's not like Firefin Flyers can just throw out Hail Mary the entire match. Ooh, huge to pick.
It's just been a reef slider after reef slider on this map.
It's just the Dapples.
This Dreadringer popping ore, they are able to take back zone.
These Dapples have been trying really hard here.
They have been putting in the work between all these reef sliders, distractions, letting the team of Firefin Flyers push back up and try to take and give penalty to PSU White. We do see Char coming in for a flank, getting almost 2 on a splashdown, but unfortunately just barely out of range.
I think he's out of the zone here. Again, if they're going to overtime here, there's not a lot of time left on the clock.
Yeah.
Pushing up here. They found the well string on PSU White stack in a very strong position right here. The heavy is still a bit far back in my liking.
We do see PSU White having a Dreadringer being able to take... Oh, they are back in control. They are down 1-4. 3-4. But we see these strikes coming out, just keeping zone painted. They only have 10 seconds left to take control again.
Question is will they be able to pull off? How come some strikes, but I'm not going to really cap zone. What they do?
They do manage to cap zone. We do see the Dapples coming up, trying to flank from the opposite stack. PSU White just needs to take zone. Oh, good hammer. Good wipeout. That wipeout is essential. We do see PSU White now trying to desperately fight out of stacks just to... Oh, Char coming in with a splashdown.
Again, what we saw here is that Firefin Flyers, like, they wipe out PSU White multiple times. But that heavy, they're just too hesitant to push up.
Yep.
On this map, you want your backline to sit on the other team's snipe. And just rain hellfire down on them. But heavy was staying back on their side.
We did see a really good play by PSU Chara right there, coming in, you know, dodging the Dapples, moving off to the side, and then just charging a splashdown just to kind of take zone in overtime. Yeah, very strong play right there. If you can't get caught and you can kind of just do that on your own, very good play.
The credit Firefin Flyers hit this game very close. Towards the end there, they had a legitimate shot at winning.
Absolutely. I think in a different world, we would have seen that PSU White lost to Firefin Flyers tonight and kind of just Firefin Flyers got to make it to the playoffs. But I think if they brought out that kind of gumption, that kind of aggressiveness a little bit earlier in the game, they would have been able to take earlier sets. It's a really strong team comp, honestly.
Because, and from personal experience, when you're playing a shorter range backline, their team has a long range one, you need to play more aggressive to pressure their backline. If you're playing bamboo and pencil, you know, you need to pressure the pencil. You can't just be holding back the whole time, or your team will never be able to get in.
Nope, I agree with you right there. We are seeing a swap out of PSU Char for PSU Ivy. I think the E-Leader is coming back for Clan Blitz on Crableg Capital.
Oh man, Crableg Capital. Another classic E-Leader map.
I will say I'm not too big of a fan of this map on Clan Blitz. I think it's quite obnoxious. I think it's a much better Rainmaker map.
Well, CCA seems to like it, so we're gonna have another fun E-Leader map where the Firefin Flyers try to run headfirst into the wall known as E-Leader.
It is a really, really hard wall to surpass. We'll see if PSU White is able to go off to a 6-0. Maybe they can win all 7 games tonight.
That would be wild, but I know. Firefin Flyers, they've been doing well. I guess other than the heavy being very passive, you know, again, you're playing a longer range backline, you need to play more aggressive yourself to make up for it.
Yep. I can't really blame them, though. The rest of the team, aside from the E-Leader, is really terrifying. You know, we talked about the E-Leader being a big wall, but this Dreadringer, this Rapid Pro Deco or Tentatech or Dualies all kind of coming out and just kind of walling people out as like a whole team, a whole unit.
No given. I don't know. There's a capital is the Greats. Question is, will we see any companies that enjoy hanging out in the Greats? You know, your ink brushes, your octo brushes. They love the Greats.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Personally, I think that a paintbrush would be a really good pick right here.
Interesting. PSU White's on a third center comp. Ooh.
We do see a charger coming out from Firefin. That is
Firefin Charger.
That is their Dualies player switching to a charger. We'll see if that gives them that little bit of range that they need to just kind of combat that E-Leader that's just been so strong and so dominant.
Again, they're playing pretty far forward here. They might have the aggression needed to pressure that E-Leader, you know?
Yep.
I think the Slaughter's playing one, but the Charger does get picked.
We do see Scoo pushing up on this the Greats right here. We do see Strike coming out really strong.
It scored in the first 30 seconds.
That is really strong showing from PSU White. We see this grab up here.
It's probably going to be a one-plan score here, but still, an early score. Oh, you get 2 more clans in.
Hey, 74 to 100 is not bad for 30 seconds into the game.
This heavy edit here just trying to keep hitting the base.
Kind of keeping PSU White back on these grades right here. Really strong position for head it.
Like Fire Bladder just trying to find their footing is what it feels like, you know?
Yep, trying to repaint mid and kind of move the PSU White kind of wall backwards.
This heavy edit is just from full paint supporters, you know? The PSU White out of your base. Strike out from PSU White, don't find anyone that we're seeing.
Slosher coming out in mid. They have strikes. Oh, this headed. Being a little bit bullied right now. You see Scoop popping crab right here, and a flank by Sand. Oh my goodness.
This crab on Graves is really strong in this map. Oh, Eater's gonna run up ahead it. Jumps out.
They do manage to get a pick before jumping out.
Eater's out. Scoop here trying to push forward, but it's very weak. Has been putting a lot of work. We can take it down.
Unfortunately, we do see these Dreadringer going down to strikes. Ooh, good pick by that spotter scope, the ZF. We do see Firefin Flyers kind of making an attempt to push up. They don't really have the clan economy to make a ball, but they are able to just kind of retake mid for a second.
Yes, they do small specials here, and they are numbers up. This could be the start of their push.
You see a Booyah bomb coming out. This is a good push. Ooh.
That bump is gonna hurt. And the other flank again doesn't mind anyone. It doesn't delay a push a bit. I think Firefin Flyers lost their chance to score here.
Yep, Firefin Flyers, they are pushing up onto the base. They are able to kind of take a little bit of space, but they just don't have the ball needed to.
Now here's going to be a slow push for PSU White as they push back Firefin Flyers.
This might just come down to a timeout by PSU White, just kind of scoring early and then just keeping Firefin Flyers out from being able to push on their own.
The E-Leader here is just a mid, being a menace. The strikes do force the E-Leader out, though.
They do see a jump back to spawn on both sides.
But again, PSU White is huge up, and there's they were under the basket. You know, that Charger got a shot. There were balls.
We do see another score, another push by PSU White. Not able to make too much lead off of it, but you know, a little bit more is a little bit better.
Look, they got like 5 more points off that push. You know, nice little extension of their lead.
Absolutely.
More clans where they win now.
This is some crisp footwork coming out from Firefin Flyers, kind of just avoiding all these specials that PSU White's throwing out.
I'm as a cool depth, and they do have strikes. It's maybe the start of their push. And that goes down.
We do see Firefin Flyers, they have a ball and they have the opportunity to push up. Oh,
that's a huge picture from Speed. And he has a crab. I'd be willing to wager he's at the pop crab on his grates. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good crab.
Very strong position.
2 balls on the side of Firefin Flyers, but it doesn't look like they're able to kind of push past this defense that PSU White is putting up.
Very low scoring game. PSU White's got like 2 very small pushes in. The Firefin Flyers just trying. It's supposed to be they're constantly trying to find their footing. They had 1 good push, but no ball.
They have a ball up on crates right now, and they might be able to make a good push if they are able to.
They do 100 strikes coming out. 6 strikes in total. They forced PSU White back with no picks.
We saw strikes on both sides, kind of just.
Slaughter's taken out. I think they were trying to shark in.
Did you see going into overtime?
Firefin Flyers easy to go for the Hail Mary and just YOLO in. They don't have a lot of time. Like 30
they
seconds
might not be able to make it. This E-Leader kind of hiding up. Did you see Scoop taking out the ball carrier?
It's just ahead it. Laid White for Firefin Flyers. That's game.
Oh my gosh. That is a clean 6-0 right now for PSU White.
PSU White just very dominant game, you know? That E-Leader's against Firefin Flyers trouble all night.
They're going to see that in their dreams tonight. Just the E-Leader and the Reticle locking in on them as they go down. What do you think that the Firefin Flyers could have done better just to kind of at least maybe get a score in against PSU White?
Thing is, they had enough clansmen to make a ball. They just weren't throwing them. Because when you're on their plat like that, you just kind of like throw all your clams onto the plat, pray someone picks it up and makes a ball.
Right.
They probably could have scored. It would have been a big scoring push, but it would have had something on the board at least.
No, absolutely. I think Firefin Flyers kind of just forgot momentarily that you can throw clams to your teammates to help make a ball a little bit better.
And we did kind of see this towards the end, where the Slaughter had to shark in. Like, you know, and in low scoring games like this, having someone to shark in and get clam jumps is an option.
Absolutely.
I know. In my experience, like, Clams Robo and Clams Museum are like the lowest scoring maps in the game. Like,
Absolutely.
Sneaking in and getting clam jumps. That's often decide the scores of those games.
Yeah, on maps like that, you kind of just have to hold mid for like 5 minutes and then hope that maybe one side can get a jump in or a score in. Otherwise, it's just a slogfest, and you just kind of wait.
And the last one for today is TC Undertow.
TC Undertow. Ugh.
And what
Can't say I'm a fan.
White is subbing out their E-leader here.
Yeah, we do see E-leader being subbed out. You know, this is I would say this is probably a great map for heavy splatling or heavy edit. You know, I would say it is a strong splatling map that lets the splatling kind of shine and shooting over bunkers and making sure that you can. It's a very long map, absolutely, too.
Carbon Biters, look, they've been winning some fights here and there. This may be the map where they win. But then again, who knows?
Yeah, could be 6-1, could be a clean 7-0 sweep for PSU White.
That Firefin Charger on Firefin Flyers has been putting in a lot of work last round.
No, absolutely. I think that Charger was probably a play that they should have maybe brought out a little bit earlier. It was a really strong showing, and I'm excited to see if they break it out again or if they decide to go back.
The question is, how long... Oh, we're starting right now. The question is, what will we see? PSU White's running a very aggressive comp, it would seem.
We see,
Is Firefin Flyers even trying? They have like sploosh.
I wouldn't count them out just yet. That does seem like a very interesting comp. You see kind of like a backline being subbed in for the well string, and you see a sploosh, and it's double hammer, which isn't actually all that bad on a map like Undertow.
I guess, I don't know. I think of good hammer if you only think of sploosh.
Not necessarily, but it is a great kind of shark weapon.
I guess then again, sploosh is crazy. It did get nerfed last patch for some reason.
Nintendo knew something we didn't.
PSU White did get wiped out. Did get their wipe out. Firefin Flyers already back. I never know. PSU White just pushing up here. At least strikes.
We do see another interesting take in the Zinc Mini, which is running a bubble for the tower, I would assume.
We should mention too, PSU White is also running the Rusty Splash.
Oh yeah, the Gecko.
Yeah.
Having Rain and Toxic Mist, kind of just, another wipeout.
Forming in Firefin Flyers base right now. It's going to be over real soon.
Yeah, this
Hail Mary. No, it's not happening. That game.
That is...
Wait, no, Forgotten Tower. Oh, that's game.
One of the fastest Undertow tower controls I've had the pleasure of witnessing. Oh my goodness.
That was like under a minute, I think.
Yeah.
Firefin Flyers didn't even have a chance to breathe. They got wiped out, and PSU were forming in their base.
I do see the vision that Firefin Flyers had. I think they kind of wanted to push back and make sure that they had more paint control this map to let the sploosh kind of do their thing at Shark, but unfortunately it just didn't work out.
Bro, sploosh wasn't running Ninja Squid. They were running spin speed up.
I wouldn't say sploosh needs Ninja Squid.
Oh, they were? I don't know. I must have saw something else. But Firefin Flyers, I'm sorry, but y'all did not get into playoffs.
That is unfortunate. Yeah, Firefin Flyers having a 0-7 loss right here, but you know, it's all right. They can come back next season. They're a strong team, absolutely, and I think next season they'll be able to play a little bit better once they are able to get down their comp and know what they want to play and do a little bit better.
I guess it's also too. PSU White, they are now indisputably the #1 seed in Division 4. They've won every in dominant fashion.
Yeah, we did see really strong showings on all sides, but PSU White showing why they are #1 in Division 4.
Again, look at the stats here. PSU White just went crazy in these matches.
Yep, we saw a lot of.
In some matches, some of the players want nearly 20 kills.
Absolutely. I mean, really strong showing just by PSU White as a whole. I am so glad that my own team does not have to go up against them, and that I can kind of just watch and cheer them on from the sidelines.
Well then, if anything else to discuss, or should we wrap this up?
I think it is a good time to wrap up. I mean, PSU White, congratulations on making a clean 5-0 record into CCA. Firefin Flyers, this is a sad departure, but you guys played really well. You had a 3-2 record, and next season you'll be able to get them and win.
It would appear that later today there will be a doubleheader at 11 p.m. Which teams is it going to be? Well, PSU Little Buddies will be playing at 11 p.m. So let's go PSU Little Buddies.
Let's go PSU Little Buddies. I hope they're able to mirror a win that PSU White had today. Cheering them on.
Well then. Now we're basically wrapped up. Where can all the lovely viewers find you, Mr. Rushman?
You can find me on my YouTube channel, Rust Doesn't Come Off. I don't post too much yet, but I plan to post more Splatoon content and maybe even a few of my own matches. PSU White, it's been lovely to be your commentator right here, and good night.
Alrighty. I guess farewell to the world.
Hello, welcome back to more PSU competitive tonight. Sorry, I just had a set. I am Nova, and I am being joined by my amazing teammate Ivy.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, and we are seeing essentially tonight. We are seeing the stream debut of PSU Lil Buddies as they take on CSULB White. I believe it's the white team. Hey, we're also white. Yeah, so I'm not super familiar with CSULB White, Californians or something. But Lil Buddies and CSULB, they've been struggling a bit this season. I believe none of them have taken a single game yet this season off of any teams that they've played against so far, which it's a bit rough, but I mean, that it happens.
Yeah, but no. I think I remember speaking to Keylime, although it was it wasn't exactly like on stream or like it was like in person, but she said they at least like took one game, so it isn't all doom and gloom.
It isn't all doom
most
and gloom.
Of it, but just mostly doom and gloom, unfortunately.
Well, maybe they'll be able to get rid of some of that doom and gloom tonight, as both of these teams trying to, they're both out of playoffs pretty divisively, but, they are, try to get at least one set for the road,
Yeah, I do agree. Just like because like you said, they are out of playoffs, but that doesn't mean they can't try their best and have something to show for it at least.
Have some fun at this point, No.
Yeah, a little bit late, I would say, at 11 o'clock.
It is a little late for us over here on the East Coast. We're getting right into it on Zone's Hagglefish. A double arrow spray.
And double
roller. I don't know which one is worse. But also it's dipstick, so I shouldn't be super surprised.
Now, to be fair, this is Zone's Hagglefish. So if I were to put my money on one, I'd probably say Aerospray, because Aerospray can paint a lot very quickly.
Yeah, that's true. We're gonna see the try go down immediately. I did just have a VOD review with Lil Buddies earlier today, so I'm gonna hope I was able to help them here. Seems like the zone's being contested, although, CCLB getting an early lead here as Lil Buddy's able to take the cap.
And more importantly, they got 3 down, but they weren't able to capitalize it very, very well. And that leading is CSU just to quickly like get back in the zone and start putting pressure on Little Buddy's face, which they absolutely do. And they have the tactical cores ready. So even if they do go down, their special won't go away that easily. And just like that, CSU is about to take the lead, but the Booyah Bomb stops them. Lulu's trying to get a pickoff, but it gets reslided in Dynamo, and then they get the lead.
Yeah, the lead's trading back and forth. These teams kind of just fighting over the zone. Although CSU will be able to take a chokehold. They got it through with a slider. Oh, Jude cooking, getting the triple double slider.
They got Aura with an arrow spray.
Aura farming arrow slay.
Listen, they may be out of playoff, but that doesn't mean the matches won't be interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely, because Lil Buddy's about to take the lead here, although they're going to get contested by CSULB. They're probably going to be able to retake the zone, and they do.
Yeah, definitely. The Booyah Bomb being popped in the zone, although not able to find much capitalization, and TSU just really doing a good job controlling that middle ground. All his carbon roll is trying to make a push up front, but unfortunately it doesn't find a pick. But that doesn't matter because it's giving just enough time for CSU to make a push forward and able to get 3 picks on Little Buddies. No, that's Luna. I don't know why I said Rita. But Luna popping the Booyah Bomb and tries to like stop the push, but it's just not working. The arrows are coming into the end of the base. It's kind of they're starting to stagger a bit with Nova.
Yes, Lil Buddy's having a bit more trouble here. The trying to go for a flank, but unfortunately going to get picked off by the aura farming Wiper. The CSULB starting to run away with this game as Lil Buddies is getting locked out here. Although they're gonna go in. Oh, they're 2v1. They're popping the slider. This has been just slider after slider after slider, Ivy. And they're gonna get wipeout. This is Lil Buddy's chance. They could take the lead here. They just need to, you know, push up, take that space.
Yeah. Yeah, you say push up, but we see the back. Luna Rich kind of not realizing that, and they're just like still in like the yellow part of the map. And that potential push forward essentially just gone to waste. And that PSU is that even though their numbers, even though it's starting to get their numbers down, they're taking Little Buddies down with them, and it's starting to pay off for them as Puff Puff is getting back into the zone with that Trizuka ready.
Lead. They get run over. Slider.
They literally got run over by a reslider.
No. Yeah, this might be it for Little Buddies. They're about to get the knockouts. It's just the slider coming in, canceling the slider, kind of ruining that knockout for Little Buddies.
Yeah, like you said, it's just reslider going back and forth, and even though there's 1 minute left, both teams are very close to getting the knockout. With the Friday pick on Luna, but instantly gets picked off by Kilo, I'm pretty sure. You know, popping the
I don't live. What?
Look, man, a lot happened in just those 2 seconds. Like he apparently wanted to respawn the wall, and also the Dynamo having apparently a big just like the aura of the aura. I don't know.
They need to get the zone now if they won't have a chance of keeping this lead. Slider coming out, able to cap the zone.
Oh.
This game is insane. There's only 30 seconds left on the clock, and CSULB is going to have to come back in here to retake the zone, although unfortunately they are going to be wiped. It's not looking good for CSULB right now, as the slider coming out yet again. Unfortunately not going to cap. They're going to get picked off? Question mark? They got the cap anyway.
Okay, he's able to get that wipeout, but essentially like Little Buddies are now have to get out of their base and into the zone, but they get the reslider gets killed instantly before they can explode. The Dynamo putting on the pressure. It's so close for them to take the lead. I think they might be able to do it.
Yeah, that's gonna be lead. In overtime, also, that is not what you want to see during your first game if you're PSU.
Like, you hate to see it, but that was insanely close for both teams.
Yeah, it was, and I mean, we do have a bit of, you know, CCA Div 6 shenanigans where there were a couple opportunities where I'm sitting here, I'm like, you guys should be pushing up. You guys should be pushing up. You can retake the zone here, and then like, they do the opposite of what you expect them to do.
Yeah.
I think there's a point where, like, Little Buddies was 3 down, and CCLB could easily have pushed up, but then, like, I think we were on the carbon, and they were just like, nah, I'm just gonna paint a little bit over here.
Yeah, I think with Little Buddies, and that they were either able to get three picks or even entire wipeout, and we saw 2 of their members essentially spread out, where 2 went forward to apply some pressure, and 2 stayed back to paint the leftover blue, which I wasn't exactly understanding of what the plan was, but. Still, despite those plays, they were able. It was a very close game from both sides. I think it definitely could have gone a lot better for both teams had they been like more aggressive in their pushes.
Yeah, I think they were a little over reliant on sliders there, on both teams for the most part. I think especially on Little Buddies because they had 2 of them. But maybe they'll be able to get some better. Maybe they'll be able to get better pushes in. In our next map mode, Museum Clamblitz. I know this is one of your favorite maps, Ivy.
I think we both know why.
Something E-Leader Gobert.
Listen. If you, I'll say this: if you know, you know, and if you don't know, I think you might have to rewatch the old CCA, last semester CCA. But
Just rewatch our set from earlier today. You'll see what I mean when I say E-Leader go Burr.
Yeah, but anyways, enough about us. I do. The Clanblitz Museum is a very interesting map because there are three main ways to get into the opponent's base, but the most common way is definitely going to be that ramp on the far left.
3? Oh, I see what you mean by 3.
Yes,
So
yes.
that took me a moment. I'm a
block.
little dead right now. Don't mind me. But yeah, I mean the spinner. Not the spinner. The ramp is definitely probably the safest way to get up, and this map is fairly easy to kind of walk out on. You just kind of have to control mid, and then the other team will just have a harder time getting in. I think we see a Jet Squelcher coming out on the side of Lil Buddies and a Sploosh. I believe those are the only changes. CSULB
No,
making
also
no
the
comp
Force Pro.
changes.
Unless I'm mistaken, the Force Pro is definitely a new addition to this team.
I think you're right. My forgetfulness is kicking in. Oh, the bucket getting called out here. I think we saw a double drop on the side of PSU with two people dropping there. As PSU's getting pushed back to their plat, despite the numbers down on the side of. I'm just gonna call them Long Beach. It's shorter to say that.
I'll just call them CSU, but that's but if you're fine with that, then more power to you. But anyway, the way we're trying to make an advancement onto PSU's base, like it just gets picked up. Versa is instantly getting back in control, but the ball but the Dynamo pretty sure trying to sneak past them and fit and so close but so far away at the same time. Same with Swizzard.
I think we just witnessed some more, as I put it earlier, Div 6 shenanigans, where the roller almost managing to get that ball in, despite their team kind of being down in numbers. Lil Buddy's able to take control of mid for the most part, just this Carbon, although as soon as I say that, they're going to get pushed back up to their base. With missiles coming out. They go 3 down. This is...
Ooh.
But Keelan gets a double. That might slow them down a bit as they're able to respawn. I don't think Long Beach is going to be able to get a push off of here because of that.
But I say that the Roost Slider instantly going up the ramp into their bait, and then the sword finding a pick on the key line, and then there's 2 down. This is a very big opening for CSU as the Viper is now carrying a ball. And PSU get back to their base and trying to hold them on as best as they can, but everything is coming at them from every single side. There's not really any place for them to hide in their base, and then CSU is able to get the wipe out and to break the barrier at the same time. This is really bad for PSU right now.
Yeah, Lil Buddy's getting pushed back pretty hard there as they got essentially delay wiped, if not completely wiped. I had another spacey moment there. As Long Beach is just going to start running away with this game. Here, I say that and then the push ends. Great, I'm very good at my job. Little Buddies are going to be able to take control of mid here, or they're at least going to try and contest it. As Versa opting to go for a solo block push, although that's probably not the best move as they are going to get picked off.
Again, like you said, it's Div 6 shenanigans. Just like that Roost Slider into the double KO with the Dapples getting aura. Again, look again, Div 6 shenanigans is in full swing.
Dapples.
And Keelan she pops this blockdown on apparently nothing. And that with even being 2 down, and they get a double score with both clam balls.
Yeah, they're able to get a double power clam push in here, as I think the Dapples are going to opt to try and get some more clams in, and they do. I believe that's 3 more clams, although they're going to get picked off by Keylime and Jude. The roller is seemingly trying to push back up, although this is going to be the end of this push. Little Buddies really needs to take space here because they're currently losing the fight over the clam economy, and they just keep getting picked off. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
From our unbiased commentary. Is that Viper using thermal ink? Oh my god. Dipstick shenanigans.
Dipstick shenanigans. It's just listen. I have a lot to say about a lot of these team plays, but we have to remember that these are like lower level players and like trying to get into comp or even like not as familiar with comp.
Yeah. It does make it more entertaining to watch though, because you never know
really
what like they say on the internet, never let them know your next move. Yeah, PSU are able to take control of mid again, although the Dynamo Roller is going to say no on to that. Little buddies, one go down once again. Up, are we getting some lag? There was some weird stuff going on from the Dynamo Roller just then.
The Dynamo finding a pick on the key line before she was able to do her splashdown. This is their last this is CSU's last chance to essentially secure their victory. And even though they have a very good lead, I think a Wipeout can do a lot at this point.
Little Buddies at this point just kind of has to hold forward on their base. They could easily do that because the entire enemy team is on theirs, although they are going to lose their ball carrier and go 2 down, securing the game for Cal State Long Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there it was just like Little Buddies just was struggling to actually get in. I think they got to their plat once and then their push got like immediately shut down. Like they only got the power clam in.
Yeah, and even then, when they tried to go for a score, the only one who even came close to it was Ritza. And even then, it's not exactly a great idea to just make a solo push. And Ritza's case is exactly why that may not be the best idea.
Oh yeah, because even if you do get that ball in, you're not gonna have any follow up. So you're gonna get the score down to 80, and then you're gonna get a penalty, and then the other team's gonna get a free ball.
Yeah.
So. Good idea in theory, but you really want to have your team with you when you go up to push like that. Like, that probably would have been a better play had her team already been, like, trying to take plat and have a lot of clams on them. Then maybe that would have worked out. But just in general, yeah, it almost seemed like she was getting desperate. Which fair enough.
I mean, like in the later half of that match, you can definitely tell they were getting desperate because from what I saw, they definitely started staggering a lot more. Just like and that while they do have like these very powerful control weapons of Booyah Bomb and Splashdowns, they're all good on paper, but if you don't have any coordination with your team, it's kind of just like using them for the sake of using them.
Yeah, pretty much. As I think we also saw that during the first game as well, near the end, with Little Buddies as well, where they kind of start to fall apart when they start kind of losing that momentum. Hopefully they'll be able to learn from that because the set's not over yet. I mean, reverse sweep or something. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Did someone DC?
Oh,
that was before. Okay. We're all good then. I'm just trying to look up. I can't remember the map list. We're on Mako TC.
Ooh,
this is one that the stacks are very important and it can snowball really quickly if you do not play this map properly.
Yeah, and their teamwork is gonna have to really come down to this because essentially the best way to win this is just you have to have that coordination with your team. Otherwise it'll just like lead to like constant staggering. And as I said before, and I'll say it again, staggering in a game like this is essentially a death sentence.
I mean, yeah, we've seen that firsthand. Long Beach opting to stick with the same comp. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Am I right? My shitty jokes aside, PSU having a very different comp, opting for Crack on Roller, NZAP, Neo Splash, and Crapples. They're going backless here. I think I've already cooked Mayor's monetization. My bad. Long Beach getting an early push here, able to break the first checkpoint.
It's very late at night, audience.
We're getting
We're all
some
kind of tired. Just
we're getting some mare laughter. My bad. CSU getting an early push here. Little Buddy's unfortunately going to go 3 down, but I think Little Buddy's is starting to kind of get into that stagger loop like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, and even though they don't have missiles, they immediately get lasered down by pretty sure key lime with it. Yeah, key lime. But because they're able to capitalize off of that, and no relation because of those whales, and now CSU essentially is like essentially making a big move onto their plat. It seems like PSU I feel like when it comes to PSU Little Buddy, their biggest problem is that once the opponents start getting their face, they don't really know how to counteract it, and it kind of leaves them to stagger and just essentially fall apart.
Right. Yeah. I guess that's kind of lockouts and stuff, and I think that is kind of what we've seen in pretty much every game so far. And with this drastic comp change, I think it is kind of telling that they're probably just trying to pick stuff that they think will work at this point. As yet, these Dapples are just kind of running circles around them, although they are going to get picked off by Ritza and her Kraken roller. Popping the Kraken, trying to take the tower, but unfortunately you get like infinite knockback, as we just saw there when you are popping Kraken on the tower.
Kraken is a good idea on paper because like Invincible Special, but like you said, the knockback on Kraken is extremely high, so you'll be lucky to even get 1 point sometimes.
I mean, I pushed Krakens off of maps because they've sat on the tower before. I have a clip! I have proof!
Yeah, I think you might need to show that to Ritza sometime soon, but the Dynamo able to get... Was that squished by the Dynamo?
No.
Was that a squish by the Dynamo?
Oh my god, not the Dynamo squish. They don't have to do that to little buddies. What are you doing?
This isn't bullying, this is just murder at this point.
Oh no, my PC.
Listen, I
think I've lost my last strain of sanity, don't mind me.
I think I lost it with you. I think I lost it with you.
Krakens off of maps. That game was getting that was rough. You hate to see it from the side
I think it was rough for everyone, for little buddies, for CSU, for us.
Why'd you have to squish him with the Dynamo roller, man?
Listen, nobody. Remember, dipstick shenanigans.
True. That's also probably something that Jay would do. I'd see Jay doing that. Anyway, calling out people aside, I guess like you were mentioning earlier with the whole little buddy struggling to handle, other teams getting up in their face. I think that is kind of exactly what we saw in the last kind of minute of that game there, as like while they were at that third checkpoint, there were like 2 or 3 like people from Long Beach over there. There should get monetization.
He really does. He does not get enough credit. Also, Mayor, if you're watching this,
I think Mayor should get 62 cents per stream.
Mayor, if you're watching this right now, pay yourself.
He is watching it. He's streaming.
In the future.
Oh my god. This is some goober activity. I'm glad we're here.
It's 11 p.m. Give us some credit. But okay. I'm sorry. I think we're talking about more goober activity instead of the actual site itself.
You're telling me that I didn't join this to shitpost?
No, Nova.
Damn, that's unfortunate. Anyway,
all right. Anyways, back to the actual set that we're supposed to commentate.
There's a set? That's crazy. I thought I was just in a PB playing Scorch Rainmaker. Anyway, Scorch Rainmaker. Whoa, that's crazy.
Anyways, remember Scorch, a very snowbally map, especially on Rainmaker because like the ramp.
This might be a problem for PSU since they do, like you said, have trouble with the other team getting in their face. But that's exactly what the other team wants to do, is get in your face so that they can snowball and get like 30, get it down to 30 in one push.
Yeah.
How much are we willing to bet that we're going to see at least one push attempt to go over Greats?
I would bet E-Leader stocks on it.
That's crazy. He's betting his E-Leader on it.
Anyways, back to the actual match. He's getting the pub, and then immediately finding a pick on Richard and Keylime. I mean, this sword is going crazy. I think it triple KO.
Okay, no, not gonna take Greats. They know the strat. They know the strat.
They know what to do at least.
Yeah, they at least they know which way they're supposed to go. Oh, their little buddy's going 3 down. That is not what you want to see. As Cal State's gonna start running away with this game. No, I'm saying Cal State. God damn it. They are getting slowed down by this Booyah Bomb here. His little buddy's attempting to recover, but, you know, Snowball is going to snowball, and that's a wipeout, and that's the end of the game. That is unfortunate.
That lasted all of 1 minute, 10 seconds. 1 minute, 10 seconds, that match.
Yeah, Cal State Long Beach is going to get the 4-0 on little buddies.
Oh, listen. I know Little Buddies doesn't exactly have the greatest record. But that was just hard to watch sometimes.
That was getting kind of hard to watch. Maybe some slight bias, but I mean, I have connections to Cal State Long Beach, so you know, like, props to them for the win. You know, they played hard, and you know, it is nice to kind of, you know, walk away just knowing that, you know, we may have had a kind of rough season, but at least we were able to get this one set. You know.
Yeah.
And little buddies did their best as well. I mean, we saw in that first game, that was really even, but I think what probably happened was maybe they started kind of losing it in the mental. They started losing the mental game. We're doing play all. Thank you, Mayor.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So even though PSU Little Buddies, I guess lost the war, they still have a chance to at least win some battles.
Yeah, they still have a chance to take some games off. As I believe you mentioned earlier that Little Buddies did apparently take some games this season. According to the actual like CCA tournament thing, they have not won a single game. So those must have been during a play all during a previous set.
Yeah, probably then. Unless, yeah, knowing me, I would get that wrong on accident.
You're fine. I'd probably make the same mistake. I'm chronically forgetful. I will forget what happened 5 seconds before. Like, you are aware of this.
Not to that degree.
I don't know, my forgetfulness is pretty bad, especially given how late it is right now. Maybe that's the thing. They have the California time zone advantage. It's only like 7:30 over there.
Wait, really? I've never been to California.
Yeah, 8:30. I can do math, I swear.
It seems like CSU is really confident in this double roller sword and dapples. Yeah. And to be fair, it hasn't worked. It hasn't been paying off quite well for them. But the question is, like, how well can it hold up against them? I mean, PSU in this map, because there's definitely a more short range favored map.
Yeah, PSU opting to use the same comp that I believe they used in Hagglefish. With the Tri-Stars, we're playing really aggressively here as Little Buddy's able to get an early lead. Still holding the zone. It's taking Cal State Long Beach a while to actually cap. They missed the one shot, and then they got traded. Div 6 shenanigans or something. Yeah, Zuka coming out and they're going to get picked off by the Reef Slider.
Grabbing it.
Just a Tri-Slash drop on the side of Little Buddies.
Yeah, the Trans wasn't able to get much off of it, but the only thing we got to see is more Risaler action coming from Drew as well. It seems like PSU, it seems like Little Buddy's only way of getting back to the zone is by resliding, but when they're getting pushed in their base, it doesn't seem like it's gonna start paying off that well. And as we see, the Dapple's going for a flank, finding a pick on Ritza, and trying to start key line, although fails the jump, it's doing a great job of putting pressure on them. And we see key line going for the car one more time.
They need to cap the zone now if Little Buddies wants to have a chance, but unfortunately they go for the picks instead. Unable to cap the zone, giving Cal State Long Beach a wipeout. Or a knockout. I can English. I swear. Maybe. Perchance.
Yeah.
But yeah, as we saw with the Reef sliders, I was kind of telling them earlier, I'm like, slider cheese doesn't really work with just a slider. You need team support or you need an extra special to actually cap the zone and get in there. And I think, they're just kind of starting to fall apart a little bit.
Yeah. Listen, I've said it before in this staggering, and also it's also pretty rough time right now. But it does seem like that in general, in terms of actual teamwork, CSU just seems like they have the advantage because even though it's still Div 6 shenanigans, they're still able to come off of each other with either with a burst bomb or with tenta missiles.
Yeah, tenta missiles definitely were getting in the way there. God damn it! I don't even remember saying actually, and now Mare's making fun of me. How dare!
I don't want to laugh at that, but I can't.
It's fine. I deserve it.
No.
I'm a big.
I feel like we're all losing our sanities right now.
Actually, I never had any to begin with. Okay, I need to stop.
Okay, crab leg clams. Do we have anything to say about this?
It is a map mode. I need to calm myself down, dear God.
It's a map mode.
So this map, it's very choke point heavy. The ramp can be kind of hard to get up unless you get the other team 2 or 3 down.
But to be fair, it is a pretty good area to reslider because that base is pretty big. If you can get a reslider in there and get a clam jump in, it's a pretty good opportunity, I gotta say.
That is true. I mean, yeah, if they're able to align the slider with the ramp, that might be kind of hard if you're being actively shot at, but maybe with the added range of their Little Buddies' new comp. I believe this is the same comp that they played on Museum.
It is.
Yeah. I guess they just have comps for the modes versus the maps, which, fair enough. Versus Cal State Long Beach just has a comp.
I mean, it's working at least.
Yeah. Finding the pick on the dualies, W splashdown. They are going to be able to shut down this push as Long Beach goes 3 down.
Yeah. PSU essentially going 3 down and allowing Ritza to move forward and getting the tactical cooler. Although I do find the tactical cooler placement a bit questionable, considering that's kind of literally right in front of their base, so it's gonna be kind of hard for them to reach it.
Or something.
I mean, at least it makes nice towards attraction.
Part of me kind of wants to talk to Ritza about her Tri-Slusher gaming, because I used to play this weapon. And sometimes I'll see her plays and I'll just be like,
how did you miss the person that was right next to you?
Yeah.
But we do see this Carmen roller sharking and trying to find a peg. I'll look at a spot. They put some pressure. They're able to find a peg of Ritza. Even though that they made 1 down for CSU and PSU, it just definitely seems like CSU is able to capitalize off of this a lot more, considering now they're in control of the middle area, which is definitely a very choke point heavy.
How did they live?
Area.
How did you live? Holy shit!
Just shenanigans, something.
True. Yeah, I mean, there was a point earlier where Little Buddies had, like, where CSULB was, they were 3 down. Little Buddies had an opportunity to push there, but just weren't able to capitalize, as now Little Buddies is once again on the defense, losing map control, as Cal State Long Beach tries to make a push happen here.
That full on flank from Jude, although able to find 2, they do go down, but we see it's at least giving PSU a good opportunity to at least start making a counter push onto them, and with it paying off as Squizzer goes down to Keyline with her Jet Sculpture.
Yep. Little Buddies has control of the clam economy right now, as they do also get a ball, although they're going to immediately lose it. As Keyline attempts to splash down, able to find 1, though that is going to make her drop a bunch of clams.
I mean, they at least grabbed the ball, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, they did save the ball. That is true. So far it's been fairly even. Both teams kind of only really going like 1 or 2 down at any given time. Neither team really able to find an opening here.
Yeah, it just like a constant back and forth of mid. It's just like I don't know. When I say mid, I don't mean like mid gameplay. I mean like actually in the middle of the area. Because like before we saw PSU in the middle, and now we see CSU essentially retaking the middle, and now we're taking the ramp. This is really, I think you see it's really getting difficult for CSU, and even though the carbon is their base, they aren't getting the hit, and they didn't jump. That was such a missed opportunity for CSU.
Yeah, that was probably their opportunity to push up while the carbon was distracting them. Although one thing to note as well, CSU has managed to get onto Lil Buddy's base, or Platt. Lil Buddy's has not been able to get onto theirs. I say that as soon as Cal State Long Beach finally managed to get a ball in. So this will give Lil Buddies an extra chance to push up, as they do get the wipeout and a pity clam. Camping a jump here, although they're dualies, they're just going to use their built-in drop roller to just dodge roll away.
I can't tell who missed that, but how did he live for that long? It was like 1 or 2 seconds, but he should have just been dead on impact.
I mean, Dapples have faster dodge rolls. It could have just been that, honestly.
Good point. I think I'm being a bit too harsh.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably also not been great in terms of the harshness department. Lil Buddy's trying to make a push happen here. Unfortunately, they are going to go down. I think that was their pity clam. Lil Buddy's are going to have to make a clam here quickly if they want to have another chance at scoring, because they are not going to get overtime. As
but they didn't have a power clam, so they couldn't go
They
into
lost
overtime.
their pity clam.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the main reasons why you don't want to grab pity clam, unless the last few seconds, because if you don't have that pity clam with you, if you're losing, then you don't get overtime.
Yeah, that is kind of the benefit. Like, you only really want to take the pity clam if I'm spacing out of words. You only really want to take it if the other team gets like another push in, because then you get another pity clam. So you take the pity to get a pity, basically. They probably could have held on to... I mean, it was the end of the game, so it's probably not a terrible idea to grab it, but then if you grab it, you should be standing back. Because then what happens will happen where you lose your ball, and now you don't get overtime because you don't have a ball on you.
Yeah, and I do think PSU could have had an opportunity for that overtime, and then just not grab that pity clam, but because they did and they made a rush forward, it just kind of put them in the way I thought. It seems like they just had like a limit, like their vision was just like solely focused of just like getting the ball into the goal. But they didn't consider every other factor that would be in their way.
Like tunnel vision.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know what the term was, but that was exactly.
Yeah, I have been noticing some tunnel visioning. Like, I think during like zone ship shape, they probably would have been able to get that cap there at the very end, but instead opting to get picks instead. Like, had they gone for zone, they probably would have had a chance there at, retaking the lead. I believe this is our last We're heading into our last game mode here on Undertow Tower Control.
This one it does get pretty interesting because not like Mako where essentially like having the stacks essentially means like you control the entire map, but at the same time it's kind of just like how quickly can you like harass the opponent in their own base, and we see CSU being able to like do that much quicker than PSU can.
Oh, definitely, yeah. CSU has definitely been having an easier time, like, finding those openings when Little Buddies is down, and then, capitalizing off of it, which is why they've been able to, take every game, pretty much, so far. Now we're heading into our last game of the season for both of these teams. Cal State changing their comp, they changed their comp! Holy shit.
Holy crap, it's a miracle.
And I just realized the Little Buddies on Quad Blob. Why did it take me so long to realize that? That is incredible.
Max level plays right now.
Infinite IQ plays from PSU here.
One
of the rollers on Cal State opting to play Slosher.
Someone ping Arctan right now, because I think he would absolutely love this.
I mean, I think we have people watch partying it right now. They're probably getting a kick out of this also. This bucket is kind of, running circles around Little Buddies right now as the bathtub brigade. They're trying their best. I'm sorry.
I don't. I like the name. I like it. It's laggy, but this is the most beautiful, just train wreck I've ever seen.
I think we're lucky that we're living in a day and age where we can witness peak like this.
It really is. Just like how often do you see quad blob and Div 1? Never. You don't.
Div 1 is boring.
Exactly. This is entertaining.
Yeah, I'm being made fun of because I noticed Cal State's comp before the quad bathtub. I don't know why.
What? Blood bucket didn't work? What the heck?
The bathtub brigade that we missed the entire game. Oops.
I mean, not to be too harsh, but like.
I mean, that kind of went how we expected, honestly.
What did we think was gonna happen?
What did we expect?
You run blob you run 4 blobs on a tower. While the rest of the enemies can just probably hit you farther than you can hit them.
Nah. Didn't you know that Blob has infinite range, has more range than E-Leader?
I did not know that. I am switching to Blob now.
Trust me, bro. I think you should switch to maining Bathtub.
Listen, you cannot force me to take a bath or a shower.
So you're an average comp sci major?
No, I'm an engineering major. Who plays E-Leader? That's right, I don't shower.
Okay, you're a close second. I'm also an engineering major and I shower, bro!
I am...
Just take a shower!
I'm not scared of showers. Showers are afraid of me.
Oh, my PC.
I think we are getting a little bit too, crazy.
A little? We just witnessed quad blob.
Good point. I don't think we had much to lose at that point.
All right. I'm gonna try.
But anyway, it seems like that was the last of the last of the set. So Nova, any thoughts you want to give before we crash out?
Yeah. So I mean, taking a look at these stats here, we can see that both teams were, at least in the beginning, they were fairly even in terms of KADs. But then, after that second game, Little Buddies, I guess, started to fall apart a little bit.
Yeah.
I hate to see it. That's kind of how you can tell that you're kind of starting to lose the mental game. But at least I had some fun playing Bathtub Brigade. I gotta respect this.
Listen, you don't get to see the Bathtub Brigade every day of the week, and when you see it, you just gotta respect the commitment.
That was cinema.
It really is. It didn't work, obviously, but you can't deny it wasn't entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, so just to wrap things up here, good job to both teams. You played very well. Congrats to Cal State Long Beach for, being able to take a set. To Little Buddies, you guys did your best. Try not to take this kind of rough season too badly. Every team, has a rough season. It happens. Hopefully this doesn't discourage you too much. Try to continue with competitive for the new players on that team.
Yeah, if the one thing I want to get across is that at the end of the day, it's still you can't just expect to get better all the time and instantly. You just gotta understand where you go wrong and then just go off from there.
Yeah. And if anything, you can just blame me because I literally helped you guys VOD review earlier today. Anyway, yeah, so just to wrap things up here, Ivy, besides E-Leader, the E-Leader section of Sheldon's weapon shop, where can the viewers find you via social media?
Well, in terms of social media, I don't really have much, but if you are really interested in seeing E-Leader, first of all, why? Second of all, I do have a small YouTube channel, Ivy Splatoon PSU, only has 2 videos. I'm gonna upload sometime soon, but if you want to, you can follow me there. I look back. I was checking something in the background. My PC getting replaced by an E-Leader, absolute cinema.
Yes. You have become the leader.
Yay! I spin around, hit a 360.
Oh no!
No.
So good.
I'm
Shoot me like he shot JFK that one time. I mean, what?
I'm gonna commit JFK on Nova.
Okay. Oh, now I'm gone.
Oh,
okay.
I was too skilled. Okay, I'm back.
Bro has too much aura. Anyway, for my socials, I also have a YouTube channel. My display name is Hypnova, but my @ is Oxygen Breather because I think I'm funny. I tend to stream my POVs for my sets, and I sometimes upload rhythm game shenanigans. So, feel free to stop by if you're interested. I did just stream my own set earlier today, so that's the most recent thing I've been doing there, and I'm also getting a new setup. So hopefully my stuff will actually be better quality, compared to the $30 Chinese sweatshop capture card that I've been using. Anyway, this is probably the most shitposty stream that I have ever casted. Thank you for joining me and dealing with my shenanigans, Ivy. As if you already don't deal with my shenanigans enough.
It was truly one of the greatest experiences of my life. I would do it again.
This has been cinema, truly. And thank you to Kraken Mare for streaming. He's super cool.
Agreed. Follow him. Follow him now. Watch his VOD. And if you don't, then I will stuff Cole in your stockings. I will stuff Cole in your stocking with an E-Leader.
Damn. That's how you know that he's getting serious.
I will become the new Grinch just so I can hate on Kraken Mare haters.
True. I think we were already insane, Mare. I don't think there was any sanity to begin with.
Oh my god. This is again.
You should see our comms.
I don't think anyone's gonna make it this far into the stream, but if they do, then I applaud. I applaud you.
Yeah, you guys must have some mental fortitude to last this long. Holy shit.
They do.
Anyway, that's all I got for now.
Yeah, I think we just gotta like sit down and just like take some time for ourselves. Maybe go touch some grass.
What's grass?
I
Anyway,
don't know. I just know Minecraft.
thank you guys for watching. I believe we will be having another set tomorrow night. Let me go look. Yeah, doubleheader 7 p.m.
You heard that, 7 p.m. Mark in your calendars, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, so we will hope to see you guys tuning in tomorrow.
Yep. See y'all.
Bye.